This is the season for family vacations and camping trips. So you know firsthand just how often we overpack when we go somewhere. Maybe for a weekend trip or a 2-week vacation, maybe out of town. Often we need someone else's help to close the suitcase or to strap down the trunk because it's bursting with things that we're bringing. By doing so, we want to be prepared for every possible scenario. Anything we may need, let's pack it in just in case. But what's really happening behind this planning is that we're trying to be self-sufficient. We don't want to try to rely on any other person or be without any comfort that we've grown accustomed to. Heaven forbid we forget something and have to ask to borrow someone else's, whatever it may be, or rely on the generosity or kindness of a stranger. In today's gospel, Jesus tells his apostles to travel light, with little or no provisions. No food, no bag, no money, and only bring one set of clothing for the journey. That's why he said one tunic and not two. They'd wear two, because they wouldn't carry all these bags and suitcases with wheels on them like we do. They just wear two. So just bring one set of clothing. So imagine going on a trip with so few possessions. I think if we traveled this light, we would definitely need the help of someone before the end of the first day. Jesus' words today remind us that everything is a gift from God. Everything is a gift from God. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the land we walk on, the natural resources we're now dependent on, all have been given to us by God, even our very life. Without God, we would not survive. We wouldn't even exist. He is a faithful and loving God, the generous Creator who wishes to have a deep and personal relationship with each one of us. Living simpler lives would help us remember just how dependent we are on God's goodness every single day. Jesus also tells his apostles to go out 2 by 2 in their journey, 2 by 2. Why is this? This is interesting. When we live simple lives, we rely less on ourselves and more on God. Every day, God gives us opportunities to grow in kindness, generosity, and love. Every day, God gives us these opportunities to grow in kindness, generosity, and love. By living simpler lives, we grow in humility, since we have to ask another person for help. Humility helps us move away from this lie that we are self-sufficient in this life. Humility helps us move away from the lie that we are self-sufficient in this life. And then it opens our eyes to the reality. It opens our eyes to the reality that everything is a gift from God. Our talents, our abilities, our experiences, everything is a gift from God. Living simple lives also creates opportunities for other people to practice kindness, generosity, and love. So you see, we're being charitable. We're giving other people opportunities to practice kindness, generosity, and love. So part of the wisdom in sending out the apostles 2 by 2 is so that there's someone else there to help in times of need. And this doesn't always have to be regarding material things. It's not always material things we're talking about. It also applies to emotional needs, our spiritual needs, and many other things. So often in life, we just want someone to be there to listen to us, listen to our ideas, our opinions, someone to enjoy the blessings of the day with, just to enjoy the experiences that we're going through. And very few things deepen a friendship or a relationship more than praying together. Living simple lives frees us from greed and the preoccupation with our material possessions. Living simple lives frees us from greed and the preoccupation we have with our material possessions. This creates time. Everyone's short on time. Everyone's busy. Everyone's go. I don't have time to do this. Don't have time to do that. If we live simpler lives, look who has more time. And it also opens up our hearts to help others. It opens our hearts to help others. Jesus wants his disciples to have hearts that are available, that have time, that are available to give and receive love, both to God and to each other. This is near impossible, though, if we fill our hearts with our personal desires for material goods and spend all of our time preoccupied with our own interests or possessions. Friends, this week, let's take some time maybe to simplify our lives, break away from the sweet seduction that the norm of greed has become in our society, the sweet seduction that is greed, and the obsession with our material goods and our own personal interests. We need to break out from ourselves. In doing so, we will grow in humility, deepen our understanding that everything is a gift from God, and finally become more authentic disciples whose hearts seek opportunities to be kind, generous, and loving.